Hey everyone, this is Prince Watercrest, and welcome back to Let's Play Majuu, aka King of Demons, for the Super Famicom. This is it! We've traveled so far in the last video, and used the green and blue forms along the way, that we finally made it to the final level of this game. And with the ultimate form to boot. So this is where our daughter Iria is being held, and we're gonna have to go through heck in order to get her back. That's your normal. That is your charge up. Love both of these attacks. Now we're going to have to go through a series of quarters and fight some things. Such as a spider from the elevator from way back in the beginning. Thankfully, the same strategies still apply, even though you're a lot more powerful now. That was pretty quick. I do want to refill my health, though. So let's wait for a fairy to pop up, and then feast on it. Alright. Now what's the second one? Oh yeah, the little... this thing. Might as well go ahead and use the charge shot on this. Very good. Again, need some mad concentration skills for this. And now I'm going to wait for this guy to pop up on the other... I was not expecting him to do that. I was expecting to do that the first time we fought him. And now is when he starts doing it. That was really annoying. There we go. Alright, let's ditch the charge attack there and try to get another fairy that we can feast off of for health. There we go, we're kind of 3/4 health. And now we got this thing to deal with. And that thing was not very powerful at all. Apparently. Wall of Flames made really short work of that third boss. He was much harder the first time around. Now it's time for the fourth, and from what I can recall, it's an enemy we haven't met yet. Wait for him to get near me. And apparently he doesn't want to do it. There he goes. Okay, apparently I didn't have to put in that much effort to kill it. And of course it does leave snakes, and you do have to destroy them before you can continue on. I barely practiced any of this section, and I'm surprised I've gotten as far as I have. Now for this fifth chamber, you want to go all the way to the right. This is definitely very important. You finally get to meet the King of Demons. This is the guy that's holding your daughter hostage. And it's pretty obvious that we're gonna have to fight this guy if we want to get her back. Again, I cannot speak to save my life. And there's our daughter Iria. Now, remember what I said about going to the right? Well, you want to stay here for the whole battle. Just stay in place when he shoots those fireballs out of his mouth. And you also want to avoid the shockwaves caused by these electrical balls with your double jump. To damage this guy, all you need to do is just shoot this guy in the eyes. You will shave down the horns eventually, and the only attack he'll have will be his fireballs that he shoots out of his mouth. When you completely blind him, use your charge up attack, and you should be able to take him down just like that. Moving to the left side of the screen here. Also, I'm low on health, but in case I die here, I just have to do these last two battles again. And now you have to fight your own daughter. She has this weird attack where she charges at you. She does a double jump where she then dives at you. And it's kind of hard to tell exactly what she's going to do, but it is easy to take her down. At least I have full health this time. And a full 5 minutes to work with, or as close as I can get to 5 minutes to work with. Unfortunately, I have to go through all this text again. Just go through this already. This is just as bad as Mega Man X3. Come on. Well, at least time stops here when you see your daughter come out of that thing's head. Alright, time to do this again. And hopefully try not to take a whole bunch of damage. Oh, and that's right, you don't want to be in the air when he does that. The fire breathing thing. Because it will damage you if you're in midair. I always hated that. Well, at least we got the horns shorn down now, so all we need to do is just keep shooting this guy in the eyes, and eventually blind him again. There we go. Alright, we got this guy taken care of, and now we have to face our daughter again. Because apparently when she comes out of this guy, she apparently becomes a demon just like us. Of course, you have to approach her to get the battle to start. And apparently you had to be kind of in midair to not make that attack hit you, I guess. And it's kind of hard to see her attacks coming, especially when I haven't practiced this at all. But at least you can tell when she's about to do the charge at you because she ducks before she does it. Come on. There we go. Takes a while, but she can be as easy as all the other battles if you try. And once you beat her, you win the game. Iria's finally snapped out of whatever it is that made her turn against you. And you basically become the new King of Demons. And that is the weird end to this really weird game. So, how does it rank up with me? Well, let's go ahead and do the usual review. We got the graphics. The graphics are alright. They do help capture the mood of what we're doing. This is a very scary demonic place that we're going through, and for that, the graphics work well at what they're supposed to do. Sound is alright. I do like the music, even though there's not really much memorable out of it. Besides maybe the second to last stage where we were in that volcanic area near the end. But other than that, it's alright. Sounds are okay too, even though most of the sounds you're probably going to be hearing are explosions and projectile firing and gunshots anyway. And there's Aeon Genesis' name. Aeon Genesis provided us the English translation, so thank Aeon Genesis for that. Play control. Play control is okay. I know the game character sprites are pretty small, especially at the beginning of the game. But you do eventually get used to it. It is kind of hard to position yourself on smaller platforms at times. But after a few deaths and getting used to how fidgety the controls can be in that regard, you eventually do get used to it, especially if you have some sort of gamer sense like I do. I don't know. But fighting enemies is always easy. You always have a long-range normal attack and a short-range charge-up shot, and those scenes can be very, very good, especially when you know how to use them. As well as that slide as well. That slide is really useful. So it's very bedrock foundation for the controls, and it works well for what you're supposed to be doing here. And the replayability, believe it or not, there actually is some replayability to this. You don't have to go for the ultimate form like I did. You can actually keep going for the same form and power it up even more. But if you do that, you do get the bad ending where your daughter dies. Yes, there is a second ending, so yeah, that's even more replayability right then and there. And of course, you can always go through these stages again and try to, say, take on one section with red and one section with blue, then another with green. You can always mix it up and try to do different sections with different colored forms and see if you can go through any part of the game with any form. So that's always pretty nice, even though the replayability is limited. And would I play this game again? Well, except for those reasons, not really. It is a short game, all too short, and it's a pretty easy game. And you may play it again for a little while just to get through all the stages with all the forms, maybe just for fun, and maybe also to try to get the bad ending. But other than that, you probably won't be playing it more for much longer once you beat the game and get the good ending for the first time. Unless you really, really like games like this, which have a mood similar to Castlevania or the first Clock Tower game for the Super Famicom. Yeah, other than that, you won't really see yourself playing this game ever again. And that's it for Majuu, aka King of Demons, for the Super Famicom. Kind of find it weird that I didn't talk a lot during the second and third parts of the game, especially this last part, because, well, I barely practiced it at all. And only thing I did to prepare for it was watch a YouTube video, just to see how easy it was, and turns out there is a bit of easiness to it, strangely. So, yeah, that's basically it for this game. Hopefully I'll be back with another one. Hopefully I'll be back with another Let's Play. I don't know what I'll be playing after this. Until then, this is Prince Watercress. Take care, stay safe, thanks for watching, and see you guys later!